Well, good. And what we're going to do today is talk about the father of Black Masonry, ancient, free, and accepted Mason, John G. Jones, the man himself. This is going to be that topic for today. You can join on. Thank you very much. All right, go ahead and introduce yourself. You on time.
All right, I'm Andre Walker from Most Worshipful Keystone Grand Lodge here in North Carolina.
All right, all right. What's yourself there, Brother Walker? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. Uh, well, I've been traveling now probably about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten my Master Mason degree and also I've advanced to the Royal Arts degree.
Okay.
I've done a, I try to do a lot of studying on on history as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to do a lot of studying uh, Black AM side, as well as a little bit of history of the Prince Hall. I try not to delve too deep into that side, uh, just for purposes of research. So,
All right. Well, that's good. I just wanted to get a little background on you. I mean, anybody that wants to come on the show is definitely welcome. And you gave me a call. You said, Brother Hawkins, I want to come on the show. I want to have this conversation. So you tell me the conversation you want to have because the title of tonight's show is the father of Black Masonry. That's the title of this show, the father of Black Masonry, John G. Jones. So you asked me in regards to coming on the show, and you wanted to discuss and have that conversation. So I'm gonna let you go at it. I'm gonna let you go and break down, exactly what you want to talk about.
all right, when me and you talked earlier, one of the things that I would like to discuss is all of the things that are not said.
Mm-hmm.
John G. Jones, about the AFMA order and the split between Prince Hall and John G. Jones, and a couple of things of, I guess I really want to know why Prince Hall or PHA have such an animosity towards us, and why do they feel like they need to comment on things that have nothing to do with them?
Well, I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I don't. I try not to put everybody in the same. However, I do understand what you're saying when you say Prince Hall. I believe you're not. I believe you're generalizing the name by saying Prince Hall, but not inclusive of everybody. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong.
You are correct, because I have actually have had the pleasure to meet a lot of Prince Hall brothers that are uh, very welcoming, that are very polite, that we can sit down and we have built together. We've talked about history. We've talked about, past, present, and future. And in my experiences I've had in face-to-face conversations, they've all been pleasant.
Okay.
But
Oh,
in going on different sites and just reading the comments about how negative and how quick it can go left field without a real understanding of who we are
mm-hmm.
and who they are to us.
Okay.
And I think that's the part that I guess bothers me, because I don't hear any real dialogue between the two to really try to sit down and have an understanding. I hear a lot of people say, you know, I would say this or I would say that, or, we try to tell y'all the truth about who you all are, and y'all don't want to listen. But they've actually never sat down and really talked to somebody to say, why do y'all feel this way? Or why do y'all feel like y'all are not clandestine? Because we think you are. And have that real, I guess, sit down conversation.
Well, I'm gonna say this here. You will not get that what you call real sit down conversation. You won't get it. So don't sweat yourself over it. My thing is to always have an open conversation with anyone who wants to have that conversation.
Right.
A couple of videos ago, I said that I wasn't going to indulge myself in something that was counterproductive, and I felt me reaching out and really putting forth that extending my hand, saying, "Hey, look, let's have this conversation." That wasn't happening. So, in finding myself over, I've been trying this for a long time, and since I've been on this YouTube channel here, I've definitely extended it. I've even gone on the page and extended it. So, I would say to you, bro, don't stress yourself out. Sincerely, don't do that to you. I would say continue on your Masonic journey. Learn all you can learn. Understand that that conversation you're looking for is not going to happen.
Right.
It's not going to happen. So I would not bet anything on it. I'll just do me. I would just do me. I would help and support my lodge, my grand lodge, my jurisdiction, and just do that. Because, like Brother Lewis just said, it is beating a dead horse. And I've said that I wasn't going to do it. But I also said that if a person wanted to come on the show, they was welcome. And you and I talked earlier today. And I felt that trying to be a person of my word, to do that, to offer you that opportunity to come on and share and let it be known how you feel,
Right.
and it just getting out there and definitely letting people know, hey, nobody is going anywhere. Modern Free isn't going nowhere. International isn't going nowhere. The John G. Jones group is not going nowhere. The Prince Hall is not going nowhere. PHO is not going nowhere. Nobody is going anywhere.
Right.
So we might as well just look at each other and just give a nod and keep going. There's no need to really beat yourself up over whether somebody like you or consider you clandestine or whatever. Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated.
Right.
To anyone, to the brothers of the craft, you always want to be in the presence where you are celebrated and not tolerated. I don't care what group of people you're around. It, if I'm amongst people that look like me and I feel that I'm not celebrated or welcome, I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm not going to stress myself out on how other people perceive me.
Right.
And so I would say the same thing is in regards to Freemasonry, bro.
Right. I'm not. I don't really try to have that conversation anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, through watching the videos, I see the comments and different things like that. And like we talked about earlier, it's just two brothers,
Mm-hmm.
part of the same fraternity,
Mm-hmm.
sitting down and talking about our side of the fraternity,
Mm-hmm.
the ancient, free, and accepted Mason side of the fraternity.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Brother Hawkins, is there any way, wait a minute, Brother Lee Hall said, Brother Hawkins, is there any way to get that jacket you were wearing? Yeah, if you want this jacket I'm wearing, this jacket is going to cost you with the letters and everything about 50, I think it's about 50 bucks. Yeah, it's about 50 bucks. And peep out the back. Wait, I'm just showing. Brother Lee Hall wants to see the back. So that's the back of the jacket right there. Okay, so the jacket itself is going to probably cost you about 50 bucks. Come on in, talk to me. What you got? I'm on here again. My daughter's peeping in. I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking ginger tea tonight.
Ginger ale tea?
Just ginger tea.
Shot of vodka?
No additives. I do not drink anything in my glass. Everybody knows that when I come on my show, I drink tea and Kool-Aid. That's all I have is tea and Kool-Aid. So let me get right back into it. You want to show your face?
Sure, hi people.
That's my daughter.
You got some wine
I do.
that I can have?
I
A bottle? I see some Merlot and I see some
time out. I'm on the I'm on my channel. Hey, brothers, how y'all doing tonight? I mean, I'm seriously being interrupted here. You know, you just can't have family coming over wanting to have a conversation.
I can't drop off the girl.
Okay, so Brother Hawkins, is there any way I can get that jacket? Yes, you can get that jacket. Greetings, Brother Anthony, and greeting everyone that's coming on. I appreciate it. Let me see what you got.
I ain't take nothing yet. I'm gonna bring it down
Okay,
here.
all right, you bring it down and show me. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get right on into it. So, brother, you still on the line, right? Did you hang up on me?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Don't have to say, bro. Don't hang up on me. I'm sorry I'm being interrupted tonight. You know.
You fine.
I'm sorry about that. Brother Lee Hall wanted to know, could he get this? Yes, you can get this jacket. You can order this jacket through John G. Jones Grand Lodge. You certainly can get it. And also, what I'm gonna do, brother, is we're gonna go into some facts about John G. Jones. How about that?
Works for me.
Is that my mosquito? Don't bring it over here.
You got 2 bottles there.
Thing?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, you're welcome. Did I just get you a Christmas gift?
Merry Christmas.
God,
I love you.
dang. You know, when kids grow up pocket,
I love you.
none of that. None of that, bruh. They come back for stuff. And they bring little peoples with them when they want to move back in. But hey, let's move on. I'll tell you. So look, let's get into some facts about John G. Jones. And I know that you have a little history up under your back, behind you, and and your studying and things like that. Go ahead and lay something on me tonight.
Well, through my studies, I just come to from the literature that I have.
Mm-hmm.
John G. Jones went to Romania and got our charter.
Okay, now I'm gonna have this conversation with you. All right, I'm gonna have this conversation with you because I want you to know something that's very important.
Okay.
Okay, so when you say that John G. Jones went to Romania to receive a charter, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Say again.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, now I'm going to disagree with you on that one, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
And the reason I disagree with the fact that he went to Romania to get a charter, because there's no real fact or proof behind that. But check this out. There is proof that in 1904 that he went to Romania, and he did get recognition. I have that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was for the Supreme Council. So in 1904, John G. Jones goes to Romania under the banner of the United Supreme Council for the Southern and Western Masonic Jurisdiction. At that time, he did indeed form that relationship with Romania. That's a fact. I have documents on that. Now, you may have something a little different that may be able to share and give me some light, where I'll be able to say, okay, you know what? I see your point. Now, earlier today, you and I had that conversation, and it is true that Grandmaster, what's his name? Come on, help me out. Grandmaster from Washington, D.C.
Which one? Ollie Spencer?
Grandmaster Ollie Spencer. I would say we agree that Grandmaster Ollie Spencer did indeed go over to Romania, I think, earlier this year, right?
I think that was 2014.
You sure it was 14? No, it wasn't 14. When he went over there and talked with the Grandmaster of the National Grand Lodge of Romania. If I'm not mistaken, that was either 2016 or this year. If I'm not mistaken, because I went to the 125th anniversary of John G. Jones in the Shrine. But before that, if I'm not mistaken, this year before your Supreme session this year, Ollie Spencer did indeed go to Romania and get recognition with the National Grand Lodge of Romania. Now, and I say that because I'm going to say this. There are 4 Grand Lodges that I know of that's over in Romania right now.
Correct.
Okay? There's 2 National Grand Lodges, One is recognized by the Grand Lodge, by the UGLE, and oh wait, okay. One is recognized by UGLE and one is not. Those are the two national Grand Lodges. Then you have the regular Grand Lodge of Romania, and you have one more. And today earlier, I was trying to think of that one more and I couldn't. But I'm going to. Before I get off tonight, I'm going to look and I'm going to. So, with that being said, we know that those are various Grand Lodges over Romania. We also know that at one time, Romania Grand Lodges was underground. It was literally underground.
Correct.
And we know that a lot of things that paperwork, whatever you want to say, documents, all of that was done because of the various splits within the Romania Masonic organizations. So we know that. But the unique thing is, and you are absolutely correct, Brother Walker, is that Grandmaster did go over there and solidify that Masonic treaty with the Grand Lodge of Romania. He did that, and you have to give him credit for that. And I would say this also on behalf of my own Grand Lodge. We also have done the same thing. So yes, we do have that connection with Romania. That's a fact now. You can't take that away. It's a fact. It's a given. So, but when you say the charter, when you speak of the charter and things like that, then see, I can't prove that. That's the only reason I'm saying that. But what I can prove is what's been taking place because I know for a fact. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Correct.
I wouldn't try to prove, I wouldn't try to tell you we did something and I can't pull up documents and say, here it is. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's the only reason I say I can't agree with the fact that Jones went over for the Grand Lodge when I don't have those documents for myself. Now, I did at one time used to believe that. I really did. And I believed it because that was told to me. It was passed down to me. But until I see documents saying something to that from Romania or in John G. Jones's handwriting or something like that, then I have to go with documentation. You kind of follow what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay. So, but like I said for the fourth time, I have to go with what Grandmaster's done in solidifying that Masonic recognition with Romania. So it is now a fact that the ancient free and accepted Masons under the General Grand Masonic Congress, for which Ollie Spencer is a part of, does have that Romania contact. They have it. That's a fact.
Right.
It is a fact that John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, ancient free and accepted Masons, have that same contact. So now you don't have to beat that dead horse.
Right. And I do want to make a correction. It was not John G. Jones. It was actually Henry C. Scott.
Okay.
So I do apologize.
Oh, there's no problem. There's no problem because once again.
But the reason why I say that,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I say that is because I want it to be known exactly who did what. So I don't want to give anybody any ammunition because of a misspeak or because of.
Bro, you don't have to worry about that on this show. I know exactly who you was talking about.
I
know.
Don't worry about it for the most part. For the young brothers that's coming up into the organization, and for the guys that for the brothers that don't know, I want all of us to be on the same page, so that it's not a misinterpret. So that when somebody talks about their history for whichever part of our organization they're a part of,
Mm-hmm.
up under the General Grand Masonic Congress, or whether it's up under just the Grand Lodge, or which is where it goes, I don't want it to be said that, oh, well, I heard Brother Walker say.
Oh, okay. That's what
they don't have documentation to prove that, like you said.
With all due respect, I got you. Now, going back to a question that came up from Brother Maddox, he said, hey, brother, I wonder, did John G. Jones install our late Grand Commander, John House of California in the 70s? And I would tell you there's no documentation that I know of at this time that says that John G. Jones did. The only documentation that I actually have in regards to California is the mere fact that John G. Jones, when he was in Chicago, indeed uh, chartered 3 lodges in California, which was up under the Harem of Tyre or Harem of Ty Grand Lodge. The Grand Master at that time was Grandmaster Fletcher. He was the Grand Master at the time, and I can clearly say that Jones and Fletcher were great friends. Fletcher was felt that, hey, something ain't quite right, so Jones stepped away. I have the history of Prince Hall Grand Lodge of California. I have it, and it clearly says that he was in a member. Now, some people say he was expelled from the Grand Lodge. How true is that? I don't know. I don't have that documentation, but according to their history, they don't mention the fact that he was expelled, and I can prove it. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. See this book right here? This was given to me by a past Grand Master. Well, it was a sitting Grand Master at the time, but it's the past Grand Master. I received this in 2005. Okay, this is the history of the most wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, state of California, 150th anniversary, 1855 to 2005. Okay, and then I received this. This is Haramatari, Free and Acceptable State of California from 1910, 2010. This was their 100th anniversary. I received this little history notation. And okay, so with that being said, it actually goes into the fact that C.L. Mitchell and John G. Jones and also William Gray had a hand in developing the Grand Lodge out of California, with Grand Lodge, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason in the state of California. So, Brother Walker, I would say this here. It is always best that we go and research our Grand Lodge. We keep documentation of what's happening. And I would say that I believe that I would hope that soon that Grandmaster Ollie Spencer will go ahead and write that book he's been telling me about. And I think that'll shed a light on a lot of stuff too.
I'm waiting for a lot of it to be published.
You know.
But I have some old books that kind of briefly talk about Mingo Sanders. I'm actually trying to right now get the rest of the information together. Mm-hmm. But the information that I have, I'm going to just read to you a little bit of what it says. Mm-hmm. It says the first Grand Lodge of Colored Masons in the United States that was healed and Masonically set right was the Grand Lodge of Colored Masons of the District of Columbia, of which Mingo Sanders is the Grand Master. It occurred in the year of 1895 by the duly accredited representatives from the White Masonic Grand Lodge of Romania. The St. John's Grand Lodge of Illinois, of which Brother John G. Jones was Grand Master, was duly healed and Masonically legalized by the Grand Lodge of the District of Columbia. The United King Solomon Grand Lodge, AF&AM of Texas, was organized from 5 warrants of constitution granted by the Most Worshipful St. John Grand Lodge, AF&AM of Illinois on March 19th, AD 1908, and incorporated under the laws of the state of Texas, March 27th, 1908.
I know my Grand Lodge does. I know that the Most Wishful Sons of Light has a paper trail. Haramatari has the paper trail. Go ahead.
And one of the important things that I have come to realize is that, because this is the question that I asked when I first started hearing about the split between Prince Hall and John G. Jones and AF&AM and the different branches of AF&AM. The question that I asked was, how is it that we have all of these splits, right? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It at times it seems like different states did not continue to, I don't know, keep the minutes. So it's like it almost skips a generation of where you got your charter, and then up to the present time of who was elected Grand Master, who was elected Grand Master after him.
Okay, so this is what happened. Let's say, for instance, when you have these different splits, one Grand Lodge actually out survives the other.
Right.
And then when that Grand Lodge out survives the other Grand Lodge, it's a wrap. There's nothing more to be said. That Grand Lodge goes into defunct, no membership, no history, no paper. It's done. Now, what I would suggest is that anytime something like that happens, somebody needs to write that history down. And this is how you keep that history going. And this is what we did when we've gone through our issues and things like that. Our Grand Lodge has kept its history from its foundation all the way up to now. So when brothers come and go, we're able to say this is who we are and this is how we got to this point. But a lot of Grand Lodges can't say that. I would say St. Joseph Grand Lodge out of Texas has a great history. So does the United Most Wishful Scottish Rite Grand Lodge of Texas that has a great history. There are several Grand Lodges that is around for a very long time that are ancient, free, and accepted Masons that keeps their history, and those are just a few that I've named. I would also say the most. Go ahead.
I hate to jump. I really do.
Well, talk to me.
I have to say this just for the sake of argument. Just because I know it's some guys I know it's some brothers that's listening, and for the guys that's listening, we cannot. And like I said, I hate to kind of switch lanes, but I just want to switch lanes right quick, and then we go right back.
Go ahead.
But one of the things that we're talking about is our history of Grand Lodge, correct?
Correct.
And in the process of that, we haven't talked about the establishment of a Grand Lodge, right?
Okay, go ahead.
We haven't talked about the different branches of Blue Lodge order to say on which side you do what, right?
Right.
So, I know a lot of people have an old banner that was from not the United Grand Lodge of England, but it was from a grand from England, or it was the United Grand Lodge of England.
Okay.
And they hold that banner up to say that this is what makes us legitimate, right?
Okay.
So when you do that, that means that if you hold that banner up, that means that you go by the rules and regulations of that said part of Freemasonry, correct?
Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so if that's the case, then it takes 3 Blue Lodges that have been formed to make a. So if that said charter that is their banner that they hold over their head that says this is what makes us legit, what other 2 lodges outside of that original charter that was designated for Prince Hall, what other 2 charters were designated from the Grand Lodge of England that gave you the right and the authority to have those 3 lodges to form a Grand Lodge charter to send out Blue Lodge charter or subordinate charters, if that's how you want to label it.
Okay.
So if you don't have 2 more Blue Lodge charters that were given to you by the Grand Lodge that gave you your initial first charter, where did you have the authority to continue to make subordinate charters?
Okay.
So if that's the case, your first Grand Lodge is void because you never had 2 other Blue Lodges or 2 other subordinate lodges to come together together to form the first Grand Lodge,
Mm-hmm.
and to give sanction to these other subordinate lodges to go into the other state, make 3, and then make another Grand Lodge for that next particular state.
Okay.
So if you claiming this banner, you also claim the rules and regulations of how they operate.
Right.
So if you didn't follow the rules and regulations of how they operate,
Mm-hmm.
then that means that it's irregular.
Okay.
That you did things
Okay.
to get to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, we have our Grand Lodge charter.
Okay.
5 different states of AS and AM
Mm-hmm.
have our history, and some, like you said, some Grand Lodges died out, some did not.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have that history of what gave us the authority to do what we did. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
I hear exactly what you're saying. And I see where you're trying to go. So let's just wrap this up and cut through the mustard real quick. So you're saying our brothers of Prince Hall, right? You're saying that one lodge, 435, 439, whatever African lodge, okay? And you're saying that lodge issued a charter to another lodge, right?
Correct.
Without authority, because a lodge cannot issue a charter, right?
Correct.
And you're saying also, since they declared their independency, I think in 1847 or something like that, they declared their independency, so that severed ties England, right?
Right.
Also that since those things have taken place, how is it that they can come about and say that other Grand Lodges' history are flawed when you can look at their own history and see how flawed it is?
Correct.
Okay, well, you know what? That's a unique thing, because we all know that everyone's Grand Lodge has a flawed history. Everyone. The ideal is that, my own personal opinion is that those who know their history protects their history, write their history, because if you don't write your history, it becomes their history.
Correct.
So that's the important thing. And I would say this here: a lot of brothers who are already on this on this page already know the history per se, and the information you're bringing on tonight, some may not know, and it may be fresh to them. And I'm applauding you for doing that. However, I'm going right back to this here. We have to let that go, and it took me a minute to get there. I'm a past grandmaster, and it took me a minute to understand I have to let that go, because it is so much more I can be doing and putting my energy into besides that.
Right. And I agree. The only reason why I wanted to bring it up on the show tonight is because it is so hard to find the correct information.
Mm-hmm.
So hard to get with brothers that know that information and know that part of that history.
Mm-hmm.
So even like I said, when I found your channel, it
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, this is a brother that has the passion that I have. This is a brother that has the history that knows. Because when you have a newly made Mason, right?
Uh-huh.
And you hear where you're going to run into some Masons, because when you first come in, everybody that you see with those 3 lights on it,
Mm-hmm.
you look at and you accept them
Mm-hmm.
automatically. And you should until it's proven otherwise.
Right.
But when you are told that a lot of guys are this, and they're not going to look at you as equal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can't just say that and just leave it right there without further education. You understand what I'm saying? So when you learning your degree work, when you're learning everything that you need to know, that part is left out. Unless you are real organization, so much bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much bigger between Black AFNM and Freemason. It's so much because you talk to brothers, your language, that see what you have on, or that can halfway translate what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's open arms, it's complete brotherly love, and like you said, to stand back and deny that brotherly love because of a piece of paper that you disagree with, or because of some information that you yet do not know, does not make that brother less of a brother. It makes you need to go and study more and open your heart and your mind and your soul to the fraternity. You can understand what Freemasonry was really meant to be. And it takes a while. But when you met with diversity at the door without a good foundation of where your history is, then you have a problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you out. It is the duty of the Grand Lodge and Lodge for which that person goes into to give them the correct information about who they are. It is very important that each lodge remain have. I'm trying to think of brother Grandmaster Omar Skyf of the Most Wishful Sons of Light Grand Lodge said something a few years ago at the Momentum Conference. He said it is very important that when a brother knocks on your door or a sister comes to your chapter and they're looking for to join the Eastern Star to do all the things, it is very important to be upfront with them about who you are. And when you're upfront with them about who you are, then that leaves no doubt in their mind how you operate. So if a brother comes to my lodge and says, Brother Hawkins, I want to join your lodge, I'm going to give him upfront information. I'm going to say, look, we are not recognized by the state of California. We are also not recognized by Prince Hall, but here's who we are recognized by. And when I say not recognized, it is not to say that you're not a Mason. It just says that we don't have visitation rights with that lodge or with that Grand Lodge. And you give them the education they need. And when they have that and they go outside their boundaries, they understand the protocol and procedures. And what happens is they're not embarrassed about anything because they know. And the best thing we can do as Masons in our Grand Lodges is to give our members the best education they need to have. And it's not to disrespect anyone, but make sure that when my brother go out wherever he goes, or my sister go out wherever she goes, that she's well educated about the order. She knows the work. So when somebody approaches her, she won't be funneling around like, I don't know. She'd be able to give them a good answer. He would be able to give them a good answer. And if you don't have to trip. And that's the best thing we can do for our members. So I don't, I'm off beating that dead horse. My thing is now is us. For those who want to proceed and go further, those who want things to change, it all starts here.
Right.
It starts here. So this is what we have to do. And you are on the right trail. I mean, literally, to call me up and say, let's do this, it's guts, because I hadn't had nobody to call me up and say, let's do this, let's have this conversation. And I commend you for it,
Right.
And that's the thing we have to look at. And like Brother Lewis just wrote just a little few minutes ago, he says, African Lodge number 459 was given a charter in 1784. It wasn't received until 1787, but wasn't until 1984 that it was recognized by the UGLE, because that original charter was only for Lodge 459. He's actually absolutely correct. I mean, the dates may be a little shaky only because of John Harrison books. Father, I can't even think of the name of the book. Father something or another. I got his book, but he made some corrections on the dates, but he's right on point. Brother Lewis is right on point. Now I may be off, but anyway, he's right on point. I give him that. He's right on point.
Right.
You know.
I guess for me, I just look at and personally, I'm not trying to beat this dead horse, but I will say this
Mm-hmm.
for the new brothers and sisters
Mm-hmm.
that their lodges may not be giving them the proper education. If
Go ahead.
just like you said, if we know what our obligations are, we know what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if this brother that's in Timbuktu, like me, I'm in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You in a whole different time zone.
Right.
And it took you two to bring us together.
Okay.
To have this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be another brother that's in Timbuktu on another time zone
Mm-hmm.
that might not have this type of access to what we have.
Mm-hmm.
And might not be getting this type of information.
Mm-hmm.
So for that guy, for that brother, beat that dead horse this one more time.
Okay. So
that it's at least out there for him to find. Let me see if I can message this brother because I got a question and my brothers over here have not answered for me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this here, Brother Lewis is. I would say that Brother Lewis, who is a Freemason, PHA, he's channel. He's always giving me thumbs up against good counsel in my ear. You know, if I've said something out of the ordinary, he would say, Brother Hawkins, that's not correct. And he just posted right here. He just said, we PHA were denied for years due to how we were formed. We all know that there are some irregularities in various Grand Lodges that was formed. And I'd like to point to the Grand Lodge of New Jersey. If any Grand Lodge is irregular in how they was formed, it was the Grand Lodge of New Jersey, mainstream. 4 brothers formed that Grand Lodge, okay? So the thing is for us, Brother Walker, when I say us, I'm speaking specifically in regards to the ancient, free, and accepted Masons right now, is to make sure that our members are educated in regards to a couple of things. And I'm going to repeat this. Regards to your Grand Lodge history, okay, in your lodge. Everybody else can go kick rocks, okay? That's the important thing. Now, if you and I can team up to do things and to make it happen, that's great. But it's going to really be up to that lodge and Grand Lodge for which that person knocks and seeks more light, to give them the needed information for them to have, to be able to travel countries and to receive master wages as such. But until that happens, you're going to have this. See, we have to stop looking for other people to approve who we are and approve our own selves. You know, I can't look to Prince Hall to accept me or to approve of who I am. You know, my Grand Lodge approves of who I am. And that's the most important thing for any member out there. I don't care what jurisdiction you are a part of. So once you grab hold of that, man, don't let it go.
I'm gonna say this, and it's right along with what made me start to really watch your channel. Number one, and 2, what I've studied to know as a fact. 2 things.
Go for it.
One is this: if I can prove to you that I am who I am,
Mm-hmm.
then I am who I am. Number 2, I'm unapologetic about who I am to anybody because I work to get the lights that I got. I work to get the knowledge that I got. And like you said, if I meet you face to face, and I can meet you on the level like I'm supposed to, because it don't say, when I read, it don't tell me this lodge and this lodge. It say that you know who you are and you know who they are because of something that you was told that you took.
Right.
and I find you to be what I am,
Uh-huh.
I don't care about what your paperwork says.
Well,
Because you can't get that unless, because see, you can go online and read certain stuff,
mm-hmm.
but until you've been in law and until you have actually been through those 3 steps that you need to take to get to where I am,
Mm-hmm.
until you have actually experienced it, you can't talk about it.
That's
So
true.
That's just like somebody can give you $1, but if you don't know how to use $1, you can't get what you need.
I agree. I have to agree with you. The points you've just pointed out, I agree. No one should be apologetic about what jurisdiction they're in.
Exactly.
Period. I believe that every Eastern Star, every Mason should be proud of their jurisdiction. Now, if your jurisdiction is all stuff, then you may want to consider, am I in the right place? If you can't go visit other lodges, I might consider if I'm in the right place or not.
Right.
And that's what you have to look for. I did a video on what new members should be asked and what people should be looking for when they come to masonry. The thing is on this channel here, I try to be as honest and as direct as I can in regards to Freemasonry, because a lot of times people give you the glitz and the glow. They give you all the fluffy stuff. I'm not about the fluffy stuff.
Right.
To be a part of this organization, it individually. The privileges doesn't come because you are a part of a certain group. The privileges of Freemasonry comes through individuals, because just like if I travel to Washington, D.C., and I meet a brother and he may be in distress, I may not know his Grand Lodge, but because he has shown himself to be who he is, it is through the privilege of Masonry that I extend that hand.
Right.
So this is where we at. We have to, as grown men, and especially grown, if we don't support each other, who will? Because I'm gonna say this here. Anytime white Masons, and people may frown upon what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say this here. There's always an agenda. Trust me. There's always an agenda. It's just what it is. Look at your history as a black man, as a black woman. Whenever they have gotten involved with us, there was always an agenda of why they got involved with us. So, don't just shut your eyes and say, well, they recognize us and everything is cool. Everything ain't cool. There's an agenda at play. Trust me. When your brothers go visit that nice, beautiful lodge they have, and it's all set up, vacuum, smelling good,
they're looking for the benefit of the craft.
Hey, bruh, it's a hidden agenda. We may not know the hidden agenda right now, but there's an agenda. I'm just saying, whenever we have dealt with them, there's always been an agenda. And some people may frown upon what I'm saying, and I have white Masons friends, but history has shown me some things, man. I don't care. History teaches me some valuable lessons. I'm just telling you the truth.
This is what I like. I like that it's life here, because you step outside of the box,
okay,
and do what we're supposed to do. Because one of the things that I've read in my studies is this: if you have a worshipful master, or you have people in your lodge that chase seats and chase titles, it's a back up away from them. Because a worshipful master or a brother in the lodge should be working to improve the fraternity.
Right.
And anybody that is willing to invite anybody on the show and give them a chance to speak their mind, give them some guidance, give them some education, is a brother that is doing what a master is supposed to do.
Well, the thing is, And I appreciate the compliment. We who proclaim to be master masons, you know, regardless of jurisdiction, that is our job. Period. Now, this platform is geared for Black Masons, period. Now, there may be some other brothers from jurisdictions, white, they come on. Yeah, they do come on. And they leave their little comments, which is cool. But this is for Black Masons to understand that, hey, you know, one day we're gonna cross paths. We're gonna need each other one day. And when that time comes, are we going to allow the mere fact that somebody said you was this or that to interfere with the fact that we need each other? Oh, trust and believe me, we gonna need each other one day. Oh, we can sit back in the chair now and say, bruh, I don't need you. I don't care. Da-da-da. But when the rubber meets the road, and it's gonna happen in your life one day, we gonna need each other. No man walks alone. Christ didn't walk by himself. Neither did John the Baptist. Enoch didn't walk by himself. No man walks alone. So if you think that you're on this thing by yourself, you're not. Masonry is too big and too broad. Period.
This is a point that I want to make through my studies and through surrendering myself to Freemasonry. Because when you surrender yourself to what Freemasonry is and not what man makes it to be, you get more out of the fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, one brother gonna always be another brother, regardless of the time of day, regardless of the month of the year. But when you look at the ancestors, before it became a legalized charter that made you recognize. And I bring this up because I read a comment that somebody made on one of your videos.
Mm-hmm.
And the comment that the brother made was, I'm your superior. You won't be like me. That lets you know that I read the comment that are posted. Call the home because I got to see if I can talk because I'm no better than you and you know better than me. So to say that means that you are not worthy to sort of put on your head or to be able to take the steps that I take.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are here to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, when you look at our history, before it was a charter.
Was that, and that's the thing about
You was a Mason.
Go ahead.
Your charter. The
Mm-hmm.
importance is not what it's almost like a game. What sets you claim? UTHA, EHO, we AF and AM, this, that. But at the end of the day, when you see a brother with them three special things on that says that he has traveled down at the sun rise. And when he left from there, the same place that the sun set is where he's going because he's looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take all of us. If it takes a community to raise a child, what do you think it takes to raise a movement of grown men to do the work of God? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. It's not about the acceptance or the feeling important or the feeling like I'm better than you or I got this privilege or that privilege. Because if you are Mason, you don't use your privileges to get ahead. You use your privileges to help the needy.
Okay, now time out. I'm gonna share some information with you, and you already know this. And for those who are watching this video, let the truth be told: 80 to 90% of masonry, of masons, try to use the craft to get ahead. And that's just the truth. Now, there are some who use the craft to actually better their lives. The ideal is do they apply that which they're trying to use? Do they apply the working tools of their profession to their life to help make it better? And the answer to that is like, I don't know. Is knives, and that's the thing we have to look at. All of us are not going to do what we're supposed to do with this thing we call Freemasonry. The ancient customs of Freemasonry goes back way before the organization of Freemasonry as we have it today. It does, and I've said it often. So what we have today is a watered down thing we call Freemasonry. Okay? If you would, and I tell everybody for themselves, go read the history of Freemasonry in the Scottish Rite Volume 1 and 2. Read that history, and it tells you that they built this thing so they can sell charters. They tell you that.
Right.
So when somebody brings that thing to me, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. It's draining. And it is very important for someone like yourself, me, or any other brother out there to keep the educational part going within our own organization. That's what's most important. Go ahead.
After tonight, because now the information is there.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have contact to say, hey, I need to get in touch with this person if I want to know more about this because my Grand Lodge or my Blue Lodge has not provided me with that information. So that information now is out there. But now, like you said, it's time to move on to bringing the fullness of the organization to a bloom. Because it's too much work that we need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to recognize who is who.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, it's only a few that don't have the knowledge that we're doing.
Right. And like I think Brother Leo said that the division of Albert was recognized by Albert Pike. I don't think there was a division during the time of Albert Pike, more so than it is now. I don't think so. However, finding where we're at right now, I look to history to teach me how to move forward. I don't look at history to drag me back. I want to move forward. So I'm looking at what history is showing me. History has said that anybody that doesn't look like me doesn't necessarily have my best interests. And it also tells me for those who look like me, I must still be watchful. That's what history clearly says. And in knowing those things, I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. And you could tell when people tolerate you versus when people celebrate you. So when I say that, it is clearly say that I'm on a mission, or personally for me, I'm on a journey to solidify and just to say, look, either you're going to get on this thing we call, but I can't really talk to you. No, you either going to talk to me or you're not going to talk to me. You're not going to say I'm your brother, but you can't talk to me. That's bullshit. Me or you're not. Period.
I'm going to tell you the experience I had just yesterday. I'm going to share this with the brothers from how it almost hurts because when people see, when brothers see the light, when you out and about, and you see certain stuff, to me, I'm gonna just speak for me, it warms my heart to see certain stuff, a car or on a shirt or on a hat, right? And it hurts my heart to see that because of a piece of paper, right? That we won't even speak to each other. And I'm gonna just read this brief history.
Hold on just a second. Brother Chris Jackson, I'm glad you're watching tonight. I'm gonna need you to call in about 5 minutes. Brother Walker, I got Brother Chris Jackson. He's gonna call in about 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me.
But one of the things, when I was growing up, I moved to the country.
Right.
I remember that when they would ride past there, I said, Dad, why they always waiting when they ride past?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do when you see somebody.
Right.
You know, not we all in this together. So you speak to the person that you see that you haven't seen before.
Right.
I was at the mall Christmas shopping in Rocky Mountain, and I saw a guy with a T-shirt on,
Mm-hmm.
had PHA about as big as my hand all the way across his chest.
Okay.
And this is the interesting thing. So I got on a hat, and I'm standing in a way that if he know what he's looking for,
Mm-hmm.
would know who I am, whether I got a hat on or not.
Right.
And I see him almost swell up, like, you know, and he walks in my direction.
Uh-huh.
And I guess because what I had on didn't say PHA, he kind of almost about face
Mm-hmm.
and kind of walks the other way. And I just sat back and I observed it. And in my mind, I said, okay, should I go and speak to this brother, or should I just sit back? And I watched him
Mm-hmm.
while I was in his vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to another part of the mall and bumped into him again. And when I bumped into him this time, he by himself. And he didn't swell his chest up this time.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that he just sat there waiting to see what I would do. And just from his body language, let me know that, you know what, this would be a waste of time. Because if you have to use, and I'm going to say this for anybody that's listening, if you have to use Freemasonry to make yourself feel better and feel more important than anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
this is not the fraternity for you.
Well, I'm gonna shock you right now because a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do, but I'm just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
This fraternity has taught me so much about myself. And Brother Hawkins, I got to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life.
Who hasn't?
And one of the things that has helped me to understand myself better and understand people has been this fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't humble yourself, because it was a time that we had to say what we, and we never said that Freemasonry would conform to us. But it was a time that we said that we would conform to the laws, rules, and etiquette. Y'all know where I'm going with that.
I do. Here's what happened.
That we would conform.
Here's what happened. I know where you're going, bruh. But this money happens. Laws and rules of jurisdictions is what happens. When you have a body of Grand Lodges that is looking for someone to say, hey, look, I'm over here, you don't recognize me, why you're not talking to me, that is what happens. So as you go on, what you're saying is 100%. But that's what happens, bruh.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Because I don't want to talk in circles.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna charge everybody that's listening tonight. Everybody that's listening tonight that may call in or text in or see this video a week from now, I'm gonna charge everybody tonight to hold up the banner of what Freemasonry is.
Mm-hmm.
And govern yourself accordingly.
All right.
If you sat in lodge, then you know what govern yourself accordingly means to a master mason.
Mm.
You know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't say, I've never read where it says of a Grand Lodge where it's this jurisdiction.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this here, bro. You haven't read it, but some Grand Lodges actually put that in their obligation. But there are lodges that put certain things, certain Grand Lodges that put certain things in their OB. This is why not all Grand Lodges say the same obligation. It may be very well similar, but it's not all the same, brother.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you enlightened me on that.
So when a brother says, "Oh, we say the same obligation," no, because I have a Prince Hall ritual. I do. I have two of them. In the obligation, it changes up a little bit. There's a comma, a period. There's certain little words here and there, but for the most part, it's directly in correspondence with Duncan's. However, there's a couple of words that are added.
I would say this: all the brothers that PHA, PHO, or if you have a ritual that makes you take an obligation to recognize a jurisdiction, ask yourself this question: if my Grand Lord or my subordinate Lord restricts me from having Masonic intercourse with somebody that is not in my jurisdiction, why is that?
Well,
raise that question.
I've already done that one.
Because I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the specific lodges that are PHA, PHO, and any other abbreviation. Because you have degrees that go past the 33rd that you can't get unless you go to another country or unless you luckily bump into some brothers that are in the United States that have the authority to practice those other higher degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Number two, why is your Grand Lord or your subordinate Lord trying to separate you from the rights and the privileges of a Master Mason that can go anywhere across the world? Why are they limiting you to the information of just what they believe? You understand what I'm saying? Because if I limit you to just what North Carolina say,
and look, brother Walker, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I know where your heart is at, and I agree with you 110% because my heart was there. It was my heart was there, but we have to, as Masons, and I'm talking strictly to ancient, free, and accepted Masons. We have to let that go. You can't do that to yourself, and I won't allow you to do that to yourself. What you have to do, brother, is go into your jurisdiction, into your lodge, and educate those brothers on what it is to be a Mason. Don't even worry about nobody else. Don't worry about international, don't worry about modern free, don't worry about PHO, don't worry about PHA. Take care of you. And when you step outside your door, and when your lodge members step outside that door, they're well versed in masonry, in the protocol and procedures. Now, whether somebody recognize them or not, I wouldn't even really worry about that because it's going to be how you carry yourself. It's going to be how you take care of you. Because can't nobody take care of you better than you. Can't nobody take care of your lodge better than your lodge members. So once you get that, you just gotta let it go. It took me a minute. Trust me, Christopher Jackson been on me about it. Grandmaster Smith been on me about it. Rock 101 has been on me about it. And it took me a minute for that shit to sink in. It really did. My own grandmaster's been on me about it. But now once it has sinking in, now the cement is set now. See, the foundation is set now. I won't do that to me no more.
Well, I'm going to say this, because I'm going to take your advice. You've been traveling a lot longer than I have, and you've been where I've been with the same passion that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my North Carolina brothers, they probably sitting back right now looking and listening and saying, I can't believe he's about to say this. Because one thing I put is our history education.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I push.
Mm-hmm.
And through my journey,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me hungrier for more education about not just a jurisdiction, but like you said, about just Freemason.
Mm-hmm.
Just about the fraternity, just about the craft, and that hunger for the information of not.
Hey, Brother Walker. Hold that thought right there. I'm going to read something that Brother Jackson put up. He said, Brother Jackson said, when I'm driving a Dodge, I don't get pulled over by 4 drivers telling me that I'm driving bogus. That's a good one. Bro, my apologies, but that one right there, I read that. Oh my God. I'm like, you killing me, Brother Jackson. You killing me. But go ahead and tighten this up for me there, Brother Walker. Go ahead.
But it's just the passion.
Mm-hmm.
And for the brothers that's listening, that's been traveling 15, 20, 30 years, I'm a brother that's been in the craft about 3.5 years.
Right.
And a lot of experiences that you all have, I have not had yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say just continue to feed the younger generation the information that you have. Because our history is just as rich.
Mm-hmm.
But without the proper education, it starts to boil a fire inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
When we see these comments and we hear these comments.
And it's, you know what? And it should light a fire. But the fire should be the fire that it should light. But I'm going to say this here because the Brother Jack call in and we're going to wrap this up. Brother Leo put up, we as PHA was told that it was only 33 degrees because of the age of Christ when he died. Well, Brother Leo, somebody lied to you, son. And there's no disrespect to call you son. I'm just going to say from my own personal experience in dealing with brothers who have those preceding degrees that are higher than 33, those are some real degrees. Those degrees actually are legitimate degrees from foreign bodies. So masonry is just bigger than what we at. And when you can grab hold of that, you'll leave this PHO, PHA, international modern free, this bickering stuff.
You would leave that so far alone.
Man.
I'm going to just tell you, Brother Hawkins, it's been a pleasure to be on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this. Like you said in the past, it's so much bigger than the piece of paper that we try to hold dear to our heart.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, this thing is out of sight.
You get into the depths of Freemasonry and the brothers that you meet and the history and the information that you learn, it takes you so far past this little bickering. And I'm going to stop beating that horse. And I'm going to listen because I'm going to tune in and see what other knowledge I can get.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Brother Jackson's about to call in. So, Brother Jackson, if you're listening right now, you need to go ahead and dial that number I just text you on over because it's about to get hot. I got about maybe 30 more minutes, and we're going to shut it down. But I need Brother Jackson to give me a call if he will. So, Brother Walker, you want to send me a shout out for your lodge, for your Grand Lodge also?
Go ahead, do it.
Well, you never did text me the name of your Grand Lodge.
I did. It's Most Wishful Keystone Grand Lodge out of North Carolina.
Well, there you have it. Most Wishful Keystone Grand Lodge out of North Carolina. I want to send you a big shout out. Brother Walker, you represented very, very, very well. I appreciate you coming on. And if you ever want to come on again, just give me a little time and we'll make it happen again. Don't let this be the last time you give me a call, bro.
It won't be.
All right?
It's my pleasure.
All right. I appreciate you. You keep it hot. So, Brother Walker, if you hear me, you might as well go and give me a call, man. Go on, call in and stop playing with me right now because y'all making comments and I can't keep up with it all. It's becoming a matter of fact. Oh, hello? Oh, I got you now. You need to talk to me now. Go on, talk to me.
No,
Don't play with my emotions tonight, brother.
I heard some of what you said, and I only to the one. Um, you know, when you're dealing with masonry, how you know a person to be a mason has a lot of different factors. Hopefully everyone can hear me. It has a lot of different factors. So by your purpose point of entry, which means you deal with the facts. By your character, which means you have a standard that you must set. That's what most people miss when they look at a standard bearer and these flags. They were standards that you set and certain behaviors. That's why the Holy of Holies, King Solomon's temple, you had to be a certain type of character to be inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our buildings are declared as consecrated, prayed over buildings, but we let people with raggedy character come inside these buildings. That's why things go the way that they go.
Mm-hmm.
We, Prince Hall was what they considered to be the father of Black Masonry.
Mm-hmm.
But that honestly wasn't true because Alpha Lodge in New Jersey was all white and Black Masons came and
Took it over.
And not necessarily took it over. When it was decreed that white Masons were allowing Black Masons to come up in there, the edict went out that they would be expelled, et cetera, and they weren't talking to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, listen, you are who you say you are because we made you.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get our own thing and y'all can stay here and have this. I have the actual minutes on that conversation.
Oh, okay.
That's in records. I ain't speaking from my emotions, dealing with information.
Mm-hmm.
The degree system that I saw the brother speaking about, that's why I told everybody, buy your Coils encyclopedia. Let 1 week pass that you ain't going to the club to get something to drink.
Right.
Jordan, or buying you a new phone after 5 months, and invest in your craft.
Uh-huh.
Like your Coils encyclopedia, and 98% of everybody's conversation is in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It is.
I wasn't being funny. I was being dead. Auto industry. I don't see the auto industry out here talking about you bogus. McDonald's and Wendy's ain't fighting. They getting paid.
They getting paid, brother.
You sitting out here pulling your call because somebody's saying something you ain't who you are, hugged up with somebody, squeezing somebody's knuckle, whispering in their ear like you some faggot, and you want to worry about why somebody he don't recognize me. So it's because you walk by down the street every day that you don't recognize, and they ain't mad at you because they don't care.
They don't care.
I got a whole lot of Prince Hall, but listen, the next Grand Matron in the state of Illinois is a close friend of mine. A very close friend of mine, Sandra Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do her hair. We talk all the time. She's the owner of Jay-Z, All Things Fraternity in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
She used to be 4-letter.
Hey, but check this out, Brother Jackson. Brother, somebody just said, I'm gonna tell you what this person just said. Brother, the only child says, please support your information with evidence. And that's the thing, brother only child. Anything I say, I'm going to support it with evidence, and I can tell you where I got it from. This is why Brother Jackson says, get yourself a Coils Masonic Encyclopedia. 1961 is my preferred version because it's older and it has more information in the revised version because they take shit out. Excuse my language, but that's what they do when they revise stuff. They take it out. So you get those old books. Them old books tells you a lot of stuff.
That's right.
Go ahead, Brother Jackson.
A lot of us have valid points.
Mm-hmm.
But many of the points are emotional. See, I've heard that, Jesus was 33 and 7. Yeah, well, from the age of 3, there's 25, 26 years of Jesus' life that they don't speak on. They only got him ministering for a certain amount of years. It's not, they say that ain't nobody on the planet 6 feet tall but Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
If you measure it to the degree, that's why you buried 6 feet, because of Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Nobody talk about that.
you want to go there?
It's a, you know, we talk about, you know, well, how many degrees make? Well, it ain't but 32 degrees make. Well, that's not true, because in the European world, you're considered frozen at 32 because things freeze 32.
Mm-hmm.
So the third is an honorary degree. Any
Mm-hmm.
degrees after certain after the third, when you get into different sects of the right, are honorary.
Okay.
But Albert Pike watered down what we know of as the primitive, because John Yaco was a white man that told them that all of this comes from the black world, Egyptian masonry. But we started watering that down. So then it turned into the Moors wanted to start making a claim and a stake on something. So when it all comes from here, and the brothers here, we always want to take something. Hey, Washington Neal told me, he said it causes confusion, but we get away from the principles, and that's my analogy. There's a whole lot of churches out here. AME, Zion, First Baptist, Episcopal, all of them, but it's one Christ.
Right.
One Jesus. I'm sorry, it's one Jesus. A lot of people's name was Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That's the title. That's not a last name.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a whole lot of not jurisdiction. There's a whole lot of affiliation. Jurisdiction is where you stay.
Right.
We don't even speak on the word cable tow being correctly used. Cable tow don't have nothing to do with who on your line. Ain't no line. Those are fraternities. This ain't a fraternity. It's a society.
Well,
Cable to your lodge. But we innovated stuff. How many brothers y'all heal? Well, we had 3 heals. How do you have somebody heal?
Right.
Heal means you came from a clandestine place. What makes you clandestine? Y'all was made in the back alley. You ain't had nobody in there that was an authentic Mason. Y'all took some books and you made some people, which is what really happened with 1717.
Ooh.
When they were sitting up in the gridiron and the apple cabinet. It was 4 expelled operative Masons who said, we want to take these principles order and make it speculative. This stuff is written down, man. That's where my frustration comes from, because people talking loud and strong with their chest and have no facts.
Right.
It's all about what somebody told you and not taught you. You're repeating something that you didn't read. You only reciting something that you heard. This stuff is in books. It's written down.
But see, Brother Jackson, like I say all the time, a lot of people don't go and get these books. There are some books out there with some great information.
But they stand in line for them funk-ass shoes, though. You won't go and research. I mean, you'll Google porn all night.
All night.
But you won't Google and research. I ain't never paid for a book, ever. Because all I got to do is type in what book I'm looking for and type free PDFs I have.
Right.
And it'll download in my phone. Whatever I'm looking for. I have the original OES ritual. I have original minutes from 1717. The whole conversation, who was put in charge, all of that.
Right.
But you're so in depth and wanting to say you first, or we got the well, Prince Paul said, well, he the father of both places. Well, the Galactic Society in the East, I have their information too. Prince Paul started as modern, not the modern out of the South in the United States. They started as modern. They took the A off of their name.
They did.
So you got to understand the difference between recognized and legitimate. Don't you recognize, but they don't say you legitimate.
Ooh.
When we talk about Prince Paul and them doing this, that, and the other on their own, and they got tired of spending money, and they wasn't going to say, well, we just go all together. We go do our own thing. Yeah, a lot of people did that. George Washington did that. But I ain't never seen none of you Negroes say that cracker what we supposed to be.
Yep.
You got pictures of him up in the Grand Lodge. And he owns your people. You don't know no white folks last name Washington. When they talk about chopping down a cherry tree, if you knew the history of it, he was speaking about a nationality, because the cherry was representative of the fez, the red headdress. And the tassel was the branches of the tree. more knowledge that you had. I've studied Imam Isa, who y'all know is Malachi York. I've studied Guru Bawa Bahayuddin from the Sufi with the SB Mir Quran. I have the Mulana Quran. I know it's all kinds of different sects of Islam. You have brothers, there's certain brothers that you can't even wield the sword. You can't be in that sect. You know, you got Hanafi, Sufi, Shia, you got all these different types. But when you study, as you remember, but you ain't even cooking at 3 degrees.
You sure ain't.
Frozen at 3.
Hey,
got warm and you got at 9.
Hey, brother, Jackson, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
You gonna be at Savior's Day? It's gonna be in Chicago.
I can be. I mean, normally I am there because I got brothers that if I tell them I'm normally when I go, and when the brothers check in, I don't like standing in line and I don't like being outside. I'm back, so when I get there, I'm there in front.
I'm looking at it. It's going to be Valentine's Day weekend, so I can make this happen. But you can go that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, roll it.
Okay. Let's see. A lot of what I hear, and a lot of brothers are speaking on, some of the questions. There is no stupid questions, just stupid answers. But some questions carry no value. They carry no value. You know, we all need to be as one. Why? You don't go around telling all these burger joints they need to be as one.
Right.
You don't. You don't go to Kroger, Jewel, Safeway, Save-A-Lot. None of that. You don't tell them they need to be one store. It needs to be one gas station. You don't even go to BB gas station because you say Shell is better. All of them getting the same gas at the same hub because all the gas come in the same place. All them stores got the same meat. They package it different. They put a different label on it.
Right.
It was cigars. You got on some blue jeans, 100% cotton, but because it say Levi's, yours say Lee, you say yours better. How so? How so? You got on a Parker with a hood, and he got on a Sean John with a hood. Well, you spent $30, he spent $150 because of the label.
Right.
What you doing? You know, we sit up and watch television and watch trucks pull airplanes in the snow. That didn't have nothing to do with the damn truck. Those are the tire grips.
Oh my goodness. Go on, boy.
We are always misled. We ain't been led astray. No, we ain't been led astray. We've been pushed astray. We've been held astray because you choose to stay there. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. We won't study. We won't read. You won't study to show thyself approved. And then when somebody comes along who does study to show himself approved, don't large cynic behind, don't want him to be in front of the line. Feel like it should be you. That's why we have the division, brothers, because you got a lot of egotistical, think they know it all Negroes who don't. And when you keep putting them in power, you're the problem.
I will agree with that. When you keep putting them in power, you are the problem.
I learned a long time ago, when you're mad at whoever's in the office, blame yourself.
For a second, you keep rolling, okay? Keep going.
I posted something on my page today about a flyer that was put up. For any of you who don't know me, send me a friend request or whatever. It's on my page, Christopher Jackson. I think my picture's on there. I might have a dog on there. It's Christopher Jackson. Underneath my name, it says Akilo Ajani. That's the African name that I'm going to change my name to whenever I finish this Ancestry.com. Akilo means the truth. Akilo means the bringer of. Ajani means truth. It's an African name. You got to mean something. And that way it's easy to find me. But I've had brothers arguing me down, telling me that well, the next conflict with what it is that you're talking about in reference to coming on your own free will and accord.
Right.
Having a medallion. No, it's not. Somebody.
Right.
From there. We don't read, we don't grasp what strict trial and due examination means. Most of us, we take the tenets of the order and we don't start applying them until we start getting in. We don't apply them. See, if you don't put strict trial and do examination on the candidate, and you didn't know this Negro was a thief, and you put him as transfer because you ain't tested him.
Right.
You didn't know he was an idiot, but you put him as a secretary. You put a broke man as a treasurer, and you don't put an idiot as a secretary.
Uh-huh.
See, I ask 3 questions to people who say they want to be in this order. I don't even ask them their name. I care less about their name. That's not my concern right now.
Mm-hmm.
I ask you this. And those who are listening, please hear me well. When you say you want, when the candidate asks, say something, oh, you want to be made, okay, I ask them these things. What is the greatest accomplishment that you've ever had in your life? What is the greatest accomplishment that you've ever had in your life? It needs to be something outstanding that he gives you in reference. Well, nobody in my family ever had a college degree. I graduated with this. Why are you bringing people in here who are 2 months behind in their rent? Why are you bringing people in here that are not gainfully employed? Why are you? I asked. I said, well, listen. I need you to give me a book report on the book of Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I said, how long do you think you need to do that? Most of them say about a couple of weeks. I said, okay, I'll give you 30 days. I've doubled what's said from the word that you can do. I said, it's 28 chapters. I want you to write it down. Don't copy and paste it. Don't type it. I need you to write it. Now, if he writes it down and he has good penmanship, then that means you have potential for a good secretary because everybody don't like paper. if he does it, you don't have to worry about a brother saying, they ain't teaching me nothing down there in that lodge.
Uh-huh.
He researched it. He sought it on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does it well, then you don't have to worry about nobody. Like I said, you don't have to worry about saying that they won't teach you anything. But if he does it, and you still don't even know his name, then you know that you can take he can take instructions from a stranger. Because what the problem is with many of us, too many free Negro arrogance accept somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can take instructions from a stranger, then you have humility.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about Prince Hall, when you start off as a steward, even though you sit one and done, you start off as a steward and you go around the horn.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to come in there and have somebody put you in as the one, and you ain't been in there but 90 days.
Woo! Oh, sucker now. Hey, you can say that again. You can say that again.
You call me a brown noser because I carry my Washington Master's bag.
Mm-hmm.
And the Grandmaster's bag, like I'm looking for a spot. No, Negro, that's called being a steward.
Right.
You ain't never picked nobody's bags up because ain't nobody ever done it for you. But you're always talking about change and unity and wearing all these pretty ass shirts and stuff you want to put on because you want to look good in public.
Oh, you killing me tonight. But hey, Freemason Unlocked. I hope that you're still online. Could you text me real quick, Freemason Unlocked? Thank you very much. Go ahead, Brother Jackson.
Yeah, he made some very valid points on stuff he was saying. A lot of things when I was talking about there's paperwork. See, like the brother said, he had to denounce his Grand Lodge.
Woo!
Let's see the Prince Hall Masonic Quiz book on the cover of it. It speaks about that.
Uh-huh.
It speaks to the Knights of Columbus. They have an oath to a man. Prince Hall has an oath to a man. Is that not idolatry? Don't play with me.
Ooh.
Is that not idolatry? You swore allegiance to a man. They didn't change the name to Prince Hall until after he was dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get to that issue because it's always we always keep rehashing this. We keep chewing the cabbage up more than once. Massachusetts said, "Hey, you can bury your dead and walk in St. John's Day."
Yeah.
They kept wanting to be and prove that they knew this, and they could be what they wanted to be. See, I could be petty and say, "Ain't no way in the hell some damn parchment paper survived the fire." And what nigga ran up in a fire and get something on his own, risking dying? You got a charter that you show everybody every 2 years. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what you do to your history, that's fine. We don't even talk about the fact that military lodges were illegal. Traveling, I didn't mean that. Traveling military lodges were illegal. So you're going to go up in redneck Boston, Massachusetts. 12, 13, 15 knickers. Think you got initiated? No, they took your money. I just take 200 and some change to say, okay, y'all good. But yet I can't even get a Prince Hall plate in the state of Georgia.
Wow. Hey, so Brother Jackson, in about 5 minutes, Brother Freemason Unlocked wants to tune in. So we got about 5 minutes to go. Go ahead. Throw us a nugget out there. Go ahead.
I mean, see, what bothers me the most about us is that we have such a desire to be accepted but not respected.
And that's what I've been saying all along.
I don't need you to accept me, but you gonna respect me. Well, I don't talk to clandestine Masons. Okay, well, how do you know I'm clandestine? Well, England ain't no charter. That don't make me legal. What makes me a Mason is my obligation. That's number one. Number two, how many amply composed a lodge of Masons? 3 or more. Okay, well, I got a worshipful master. A
Yep.
ward, a senior ward. And that's who raised me. So we are legal. We are legal. My word of grip is the same as yours. Prince Hall practices. See, nobody ever talks about this. Prince Hall is a paid-for entity. That's why they have to say their name after they preach. I'm so-and-so, PHA.
Wow.
International does the same thing. That's why they have a different. That's why they have a different emblem. See, William G. Banks started International because he said all Masons should be Christian, but that goes against the principles of the order. That's innovation. And when you start innovating in the order, you want to start changing things. You've been driving a Ford so long, didn't even realize your grandparents was in Toyota.
Oh my God. Boy, you killing me. You've been driving a Ford so long, didn't realize your grandparents own a Toyota. Woo!
That's why I said you can't put a dog, you can't put a cat into an oven, and now you're gonna call it a biscuit.
That's right. That's right.
All what your forefathers were. Every time I give a lecture, I always say I want to give high honor to Prince Hall. Having the gumption and the notion to do this. See, you missed all of that in Rosewood. The white man came to the brother and showed his ring, and the brother, through the principles of the order, not your redneckness, through the principles, he sheltered him. Because he was amazed. That happened in the army. That happened in military life.
Yep.
Soldier took a captured soldier, and because he was a brother, he nursed him to health and sent him on his way. If you want to talk about something, talk about how we wound all them slaves from the South up through New York and up into Canada through Masonic symbols on trees.
Yep.
There's a book called Hidden in Plain View.
That's right. I agree.
Learn how to be a steward watching ants and bees.
That's it. So
work tirelessly without complaining. You can't even come to the lodge on time unless it's election time.
Hey, they go get the brothers from the nursing home to come in for that vote, bruh.
On oxygen tanks. They ain't been there since King died coming in there to vote. Man, please.
They go get the brother with oxygen tank. You gotta come to the meeting tonight. You gotta come tonight for real. But brother Jackson, brother Freemason, brother Freemasonry Unlocked is getting ready to call in right about now. So I just want to say, brother, it is always indeed a pleasure to talk with you, and I look forward to, if everything goes accordingly, to seeing you at Savior's Day if you're able to come out. And I know it's gonna be cold.
You mean if your wife says you can go? That's what you mean.
I have permission, bruh. I have permission to go. I also have Brother Hugh Muhammad, who is the minister here in San Diego, who's like, if you, they looking out for me, and I definitely want to make that. But I know that you are having also in Chicago. I don't know if it's the week before, or the week after, is your ball.
No, scholarship is always the last weekend of the month.
When see,
24th and all that, yeah.
See, now I'm divided. See, I'm gonna have to do one or the other, bruh.
Well, here's the thing: if you come into the ball, you can do that and just get you the video of Savior's Day. It ain't like you talking.
But yeah, boy, I'm through with you.
It ain't like you're gonna get up there and speak.
I'm through.
Get the video.
Oh my God, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Okay.
All right.
I got you. I heard exactly what you said. Come to my ball. Come to Chicago the last weekend in February. That's what you
Yeah.
just said.
Yep.
I got you. All right, bro. I appreciate you coming on. I look forward to seeing you sooner than later. And I want to just say thank you for sharing some light with us tonight. And my next call is going to be Freemason Unlocked. So Freemason Unlocked, the phone is available to you. Come on and call on in. Brother Jackson, thank you. So you know what, boy, tonight has been a special night. I've had 3 callers to call in tonight, and I'm looking for Brother Freemason Unlocked to come on and give me that call. I text him over the number, so he has it. But definitely, he's just dropped some knowledge on me. Freemason Unlocked.
Hey, peace and greetings to the East, bro.
Peace and greetings to you also. So what's on your heart? What's on your mind, bro? Come on, drop something for me.
Oh, no, much. Just we can discuss whatever the brothers watching, wanted to know more about or whatever. Unless you want to continue with the subject.
Well, the subject for the night was supposed to be the John G. Jones, the father of ancient free and accepting Masons. However, Brother Walker came on. He wanted to beat that dead horse up, and we kept telling him, you got to let that go. I had Brother Jackson just to come on, and he was throwing the whole ocean at me. I was trying to swim, I almost drowned it, and now I got you. It's been a long time because you and I have been talking back and forth about you coming on, and I got you. And it's late, bro. I'm on this thing at 1:46. It's 1 hour and 46 minutes in. You've come on. I got, as much time as I want to give you. I don't want to push this one past 2 hours. I think 2 hours is a little bit long, but you know what? I'm glad you're on tonight. So where you at? Tell me about yourself. Where you at, brother?
As far as masonry itself, or as far as the subject, or what?
Well, as far as where you at right now, what's your location? You called me from New York, right?
Yeah, I'm from New York.
And send me the shout out from New York then.
All right, yeah, I'm from New York. Well, I'm in the Bronx right now. I hail from Blue Majestic Lodge number 347. New York, I'm listening to the conversation as far as black masonry, or the father of black masonry. And, I have a lot of insight on the subject. It just depends on...
Go ahead. You got the show right now. It's on you now. Go ahead.
Well, what I think about everything is with the whole Prince Hall and black ancient free and accepted Mason discrepancy, as well as with mainstream Masonry, once you've been Mason for a long time and active in the organization, you start to know about the politics. Now, if you're not an officer, like you never take a position in your lodge or your grand lodge, you're not really gonna know the politics of the organization, so you'll be beating a dead horse.
Right.
Like you said, so Freemasonry, in essence, is about knowing, what Freemasonry is about.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Like Brother, what's his name, who was on, Brother Walker, where he talked about, he said something to the effect that God is the essence of Freemasonry,
mm-hmm.
Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
So if we study those things, like number 3, for example, whether we talk about there being 3 degrees in the Blue Lodge, 3 points of our profession, the 3 jewels of an entered apprentice, the 3 jewels of a fellow craft, the 3 jewels of the lodge, the 3 lights of the lodge.
Mm-hmm.
The number 3 is repetitive to teach us that Freemasonry is about God. It alludes to the Trinity and not the Christian Trinity per se, because the teaching of the Trinity is very ancient.
Right.
Goes back in history before Christianity came into existence. The ancient Egyptians had their Trinity, or several forms of the Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Asar, Aset, Heru, Amun, Ra, and for light. What is the light? We're on a journey in search of God. So Masonry ultimately teaches us that we find God within ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So Masonry is spiritual, ultimately, and when you're living it as a spiritual path, a lot of the politics
Mm-hmm.
You know, what matters is, are you living according to Masonry's teachings?
Right.
Another issue, when you ask a brother, like I was asking a brother who is PHA, and he's about to come into cold Masonry.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, I said, this brother's about 42, more or less. And I'm like, do you know your purpose yet as a man, as an individual?
So wait a minute. What you just said rings a bell, bruh. And that's the thing. When people come into the organization, I may have to add that to what you just said. Do you know your purpose?
Right.
I haven't even looked at it from that point of view. I haven't even to actually think and to bring that into this conversation. A lot of brothers don't know their purpose.
Right. So when I asked him this, he was honest. Like, wow, I never thought about that. I said, well, with most of the social club types of Freemasonry,
you said social club Freemasonry. God diggity doggone.
So yeah, because he was initiated. He was never passed the raise in the blue house that he had joined, but he was explaining to me everything about the whole process, his petitioning, the investigation, etc. And I'm pretty well familiar with the agendas of PHA lodges in general. There are exceptions, just like in mainstream Masonry, right? You may have a lodge that's very active, very efficient in teaching Freemasonry, but for the most part, that's not the case. So when I asked him that, he's like, well, I never thought about that. I said, well, in cold Masonry, our petitioning process and investigative process is very thorough, right? Masonry itself has a purpose. I was explaining to him. Masonry itself. So he said, I never thought about what my purpose is as a man, etc. So I also asked him about Freemasonry. Like, what do you think the purpose of Freemasonry is? He was like, I was never told anything. I've heard of the saying, it's to make good men better. But even with that, what the hell does that mean?
Right.
Good men better. That's a common thing.
Oh, okay. I'm back. I don't know what happened, why I froze, but we're back. So I'm back on. I've lost some people. You got about 4 minutes, brother, and brother Freemason Unlock. I know you was going into the question of the third eye. So could you kind of enlighten us on the third eye real quick?
Okay, so cool. As I just stated, we have the symbol of the all-seeing eye, which is an allusion to the third eye. When you come into God consciousness, you'll understand that Freemason's teaching that God is your true self. Now, another allusion, we're limited on time, but another hint or allusion to the opening of the third eye and the blue lodge is the Master Mason's tool, which is the trowel, right?
Go ahead.
Now, the exoteric explanation is simply that we use the trowel to spread the cement of brotherly love, right? That unites us into one, as one, right? Take what's called the blade of the trowel, and you run it along the courses of your wall, and it'll automatically show you if your wall is untrue.
Wow.
Like you would have to watch a Master Mason in literal masonry or operative masonry working with the trowel. You look at the shape of the trowel, it represents the upper part of it represents the triangle. And you'll see like the dollar bill, you'll see the all-seeing eye side of the triangle, etc. That simply means you have God vision, like you're enlightened to your true self. Anyway, Masonry is teaching us that a Master Mason is one who has the third eye open. And there's numerous ways. It's a subject we could talk about for probably a couple hours. But
do Freemason Unlock because I'm freezing up again, and some people are missing what you have to say. So what I'm going to do is definitely close this down, and then we're gonna resume this. What's your schedule like tomorrow? I think I can come back tomorrow and we can take this up tomorrow.
Yeah, well, tomorrow would be perfect. That's a good day for me because I'm off tomorrow. I'm off on Saturdays and Sundays, so that would be perfect.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna resume this show on tomorrow. The same title. I'm just gonna call it part 2 with Freemason Unlocked. How about that?
Okay, that's great.
because right now, I'm freezing, and people are, brothers are like posting, something ain't right with this, So I think it would be best if we shut it down now, because we're ready at the two-hour mark, and then we're gonna come back with it. How about that?
Absolutely.
Well, I
Absolutely,
appreciate
brother.
I appreciate having you online. We're gonna make sure that we come on a little bit earlier tomorrow, and I'm gonna be talking with you on tomorrow before we come on to make sure we have everything down. How about that?
Sounds great.
Well, I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much. I want to send a big shout out to Keystone Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. Grandmaster Darius Green is Grandmaster State. Just want to send him a big shout out and let him know how much I appreciate him and the work that he's doing there in Pennsylvania. So, once again, remember, a candle that is lit will light another candle. And please, whatever you do in life, stay out the bushes and keep your light on. Until I see you again, until I talk to you again, peace and be well. And thanks again to Brother Walker out of North Carolina, Brother Jackson from Chicago, and Brother Freemason Unlocked from New York. Thank you guys for calling in. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow. Peace and be well to everyone.
Peace, big bro.
Peace.